Davidson, and we continue in a few minutes in the life of Jesus. You may also be watching this as a part of the 24-hour marathon, whatever the case may be. Let's continue. We're in Luke chapter 21. It is the experience where the disciples, where they asked Jesus, you know, he talks about the time that will come when no stone will be left upon another as far as the temple is concerned. And they just make the leap that it must be the end. If the temple is coming down, this structure that was so extraordinary to them. So we're going to go to verse 34 of chapter 21. He's really just about done with that discourse that has to do with many things, not just the end times, but other events that would happen as well. We talk about these in great detail, but we want to talk about the words for future disciples. Words for future disciples. It begins with verse 34. Watch out, don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing and drunkenness and by the worries of this life. Don't let the day catch you unaware, even like a trap, for that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. Keep alert at all times and pray that you might be strong enough to escape these coming horrors and stand before the Son of Man. Words for future disciples. We just got through mentioning and introducing this particular few-minute session that Jesus had already been talking. They made the leap that if the temple came down, that had to mean the end of times. And of course, Jesus explains a number of times periods of epochs, of ages, if you will. But he then gets to this particular statement. And this statement has certain qualifiers in it that let you know, in one particular, that lets you know that it is the final time of drunkenness and of carousing and of being dull in spirit when he says these words. Don't let that day catch you unaware, like a trap. For that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. He takes an extraordinary turn now, moves from things that would just happen to Israel, moves some things that would just happen to their culture and to their time period. And then he moves to a time period that involves everyone on the earth. Do you get that? But some of the same kinds of things will catch the people if they're not aware, if they're not sensitized, if they're not on guard. It will catch them unaware, the ones who do represent him. And so that key is there. And that's why we say it's word for future disciples. It will occur when everyone on the earth is involved. We believe that's the conclusion of the age, and that this is that particular time period. The number of people attending church it continues to decline. It's way down. The number of people who commit themselves to ministry and really unwilling to invest in it, that is way down and continuing to degrade. The technologies that provide Satan's operations, those continue to grow. And so we know it's a period that is dulling down. We have an assessment that we have online for people to assess themselves. It's more about, even persons who say they're in the church, what they say and what they talk about is more about I, and me than him, and him, by far, by far. Words for future disciples. We are those disciples. Father, we bless you.